They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Rosen will throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They're going to look to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. And the catch good, it's Eifert. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Drake. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 45 on second down, Rosen. Funches has it complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Hey, foxtrot. Don't get nervous.
Play action here with Rosen. Got his man, it's Eifert. 23 yards the pickup there.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Running, it's Drake. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays Went in the wrong direction. Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up fourth down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Look, squeeze. Get up. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Ready. 18, Gator. Go.
Black 52. 52's the mic.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
52.
One there. All right, here we go.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. That's complete to John Ross. 12 yards there and a 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. Oh, look at the juke. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Second and long. He's going to let it go deep for the end. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Complete to John Ross. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Randy Bullock lining up for
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is
rush coming, and he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And now it's Rosen looking. Flush to his right. Going deep for Eifert. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Rosen off the play action. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Got it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Airing one out for Boyd. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jordan Evans in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the 1st half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He gets this one to Boyd. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Come on, set. 30 base.
2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half, a 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. Well, I like the chutzpah there, right? They decided to go ahead and fake it and try and pick up a 1st down. But how about how they executed defensively and smothered that one? I know back from my time frame, everyone has responsibilities, even rushing on a field goal attempt. You've got the tight end, you've got the wing back, you might have the guy out of the backfield, but they executed that well. They really stuck to what they needed to do.
It wasn't just 11 guys trying to block it. They were ready, they got it done. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's just me and you.
Hey, Alpha.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
80 weapons. Middle. Monday.
Crash.
Hug.
Here's Rosen to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Alert. 5.
80. 50 You must be getting tired.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Big hold to the 30. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop the throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and he's just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Here's Matt Bosher now. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second. And look at this. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Whoosh. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Again, here's Bernard. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll drop to throw, and that's knocked away and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. Bullock's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground with Drake. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Off the screen, off the screen. Off the screen.
Hey, high 7.
52. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 36.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. 60 or. Big grip.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
Hey, alert. Bravo.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Monday.
Check.
Hug.
Check.
What do you got?
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back to throw. His throw incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Matt Bosher now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Grant on the return. Good coverage there, an even 50-yard punt. Leads to a return of 5, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now it's the backup Mayfield. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Regular.
Check 31.
Run. Right touch.
To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. And the catch good, it's Eifert. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Delta.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, snap.
The toss play to Mixon. He's got a 1st down past the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 84 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action. Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Evans, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Rock it. Let's go.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking.
But that's caught at the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And now, is it 4th down? No, it's 3rd down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 81 yards, and the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
This is Mixon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Go! 70, Indy. 61, match box, light.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Switch. Pilot, 64, weak. Shoot.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Willie Henry in there to take him down, and the clock will roll on second down now. Mixon. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
60 Pittsburgh. Blue draw Corker. Hey, back up.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room.